Have you ever left that networking event feeling like, what was the point of that? You show up, shook a few hands, passed out a business card or two, and left with nothing to show for it. No real connections, no new opportunities, no momentum. I get it. I've been there too. But what if I told you that mastering the right kind of networking could literally change your life? What if this one skill done intentionally could help you close more sales, land dream opportunities, or finally get closer to that goal that you have been chasing? Will you be willing to work on it? Because whether you are climbing the corporate ladder or dreaming of ditching your 9 to 5 and building your own thing, your network is going to play a massive role in your success. So if networking is something that you have had on your to-do list, but you have never walked away from an event with a meaningful connection or next step, this episode is for you. Welcome to At What Point, the podcast where we dive into the real, raw, and rewarding journey of personal and professional growth. I'm Catherine, your host, here to guide you through mindset shifts, powerful aha moments, and the resilience it takes to thrive no matter what life throws your way. Whether you're climbing the corporate ladder, taking the leap into entrepreneurship, or just looking for that boost of motivation, you are in the right place. Let's dive in. So let's talk about some of the biggest mistakes people make when networking and how to flip them so you can start walking out that room with the kind of connections that actually move your career or business forward. So let's start with the first mistake I see all the time, and it's pitching way too soon. I cannot tell you how many people walk up to me, give me their name, their title, their business card, and then go straight into a pitch. It sounds something like this. Hi, I'm Peter James, the sales manager at XYZ Hotel. If you ever need a meeting room, here's my card. Let me know and I will take care of you. Now, let me be clear. There is nothing wrong with being proud of your role or your offer. But here is the thing. Networking is about connection, not conversion. It's not about what you sell. It's about who you help, why you do what you do, and how you show up in the room. So instead of jumping into a pitch, I want you to try this. I want you to introduce yourself based on the problem you solve or the transformation you create. Think about how you talk to a friend who's venting about a problem that you know how to fix. Well, that's how your introduction should feel: helpful, human, and real. Let me give you an example. So instead of saying, Hi, I'm a real estate agent, you can say, Hi, I help first time home buyers feel confident in the process so they stop feeling overwhelmed and actually enjoy buying their first home. Do you see the difference? This approach creates curiosity and invites a deeper conversation. It's not about the service, it's about the solution. You are not selling, you are serving. Now, let's talk about the second mistake I see most of the time, and it's thinking that networking is just self promotion. When networking is done wrong, yeah, absolutely, it feels exactly like that. A room full of people throwing around job titles and sales pitches, hoping someone will bite. And let's be honest, nobody likes that energy. But when networking is done right, it's one of the most powerful tools you have to build your business, grow your career, and get clear on what's your next step. So here are two of my favorite benefits of networking. The first one is gaining real career insight that you're not going to find on Google. Here's the thing. There is only so much a blog post or job description can teach you. But when you are in the room, talking to someone who's already doing what you want to do, that's where the goal is. You will hear how they broke into the industry, the mistakes they made early on, the pivots they wish they had made sooner. They will tell you what actually worked, not just what looks good online. That kind of unfiltered behind the scenes perspective, it's priceless. And you're not going to get it unless you are in the conversation. The second benefit of networking is spotting opportunities you didn't even know existed. And this is one of the most underrated parts of networking. Sometimes the person you meet is not your next client. Let's be honest, not your partner or your boss, but they know someone. And that introduction, it can open a door you didn't even know was there. You walk in expecting to meet a few people and you leave with a lead on a project, a referral, or a connection to someone with real influence. And that's exactly how it works when you show up with the right mindset. The ripple effect is powerful. I'm sure that you have heard the saying, your network is your net worth, right? This is not just a catchy phrase. It's a reminder that the relationships you build now might be the reason you get that opportunity next month, next year, or even tomorrow. Finally, here's the third, and in my opinion, most overlooked benefit of networking. It gives you perspective on whether your goals and expectations are actually achievable in the timeline you are chasing. Let me explain. When you start talking to people who are ahead of you, who have already built what you want, who have already faced the roadblocks you're starting to hit, it helps you adjust your expectations without lowering your standards. You stop asking, why is this taking me so long? And you start realizing, oh, this is just part of the process. And beyond the networking strategy, sometimes the biggest gift networking gives you is recognition. That quiet moment when you realize the seeds you have been planting are starting to grow, even if it doesn't look like on the outside yet. That happened to me last year. I was nominated as a small influencer leader in my community. When I got the email, I was genuinely shocked because honestly, I never thought my name was even being mentioned in those circles. As part of the nomination process, I needed 3 letters of recommendation. And I will be real with you. I felt awkward asking for them. I have always volunteered my time without expecting anything in return. But you know what happened? People show up for me. They were happy to write those letters. They were proud of my support and they were proud to support me. And I realized those connections were not just professional, they were real. I have met women at these events who now I call friends. The kind of people who inspire me daily, who stretch my vision, and who remind me why I'm doing what I'm doing. So if you have been putting off networking, telling yourself it's not your thing or that it may never works, maybe it's time to look at it differently because your next opportunity, your next breakthrough, it might not come through an application or a pitch deck. It might come from a conversation, from someone remembering how you made them feel, from someone who sees your name and instantly say yes. Networking is not just about who you know. It's about how you show up. It's about the impression you leave, the connection you create, and the courage to keep showing up even when no one is clapping yet. And here's the truth. When you walk into the room with the intention to listen, to serve, and to build, not just selling, that's when the magic happens. So let me ask you, at what point do you stop standing in the background and start letting people see you? At what point do you stop waiting for the right moment and start making real connections? Your network could be the bridge to everything you have been working for, but it is only works if you walk across it. So now, go and show up. I will meet you there. Thanks for joining another episode of At What Point. I hope today's conversation sparked some inspiration for your journey of growth and transformation. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to visit katherinebeltran.com/podcast for show notes, special discounts on coaching packages, and freebies to help you keep moving forward. And last but not least, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe so you never miss a show. See you next time.